They say the mountains are alive, and they remember every soul they take. The Appalachian Mountains, stretching over 1,000 miles from Georgia to Maine, are older than the bones of the earth itself, and somewhere deep inside them, something ancient still stirs. For centuries, travelers, miners, and locals have whispered one warning: don't stay past sundown. The mountains don't let go. This is the story of the Appalachian Curse, where history meets horror and the line between the living and the lost disappears. They call it America's backbone, but the truth runs darker. Long before settlers ever set foot here, the Cherokee people called these peaks sacred. They said spirits walked the ridges, watchers of the land, neither good nor evil, but vengeful if disturbed. One story spoke of Tzul'kalu, the slant-eyed giant of the woods, a protector of the mountains who punished those who disrespected nature. Another warned of the everlasting whispers, voices that mimic your own to lure you deeper. When the settlers came, they didn't listen. They cut into the land, dug out coal, built mines, and made homes where the old ones had warned them not to. And soon the mountains began to take back what was theirs. The first to vanish were the miners. In the 1800s, whole crews disappeared without a trace. Deep inside shafts that were later found empty, tools still warm, lamps still burning. Locals said the earth swallowed them whole. Others swore they heard tapping from below, faint, rhythmic, like someone still trapped inside, years after the mines had closed. In 1897, a man named Thomas Becket recorded in his journal, "The ground hums at night. It is not wind, it is breathing." He was found 2 weeks later, face down in the mud near an abandoned mine entrance, his body untouched, his eyes wide open. By the early 1900s, the towns began to die too. Coal dried up, trains stopped coming. One by one, the people left, leaving behind ghost towns scattered through the valleys. There's one they still whisper about: Helltown, Ohio. Officially, it was just a town evacuated for chemical cleanup. Unofficially, the locals said they saw people vanish into the trees. Feral shapes, mutated animals, and a church that held black masses by candlelight. Today the roads are blocked. The signs say no trespassing. But hikers still report lights flickering in the windows long after midnight. Even now, the mountains don't rest. Each year, dozens vanish along the Appalachian Trail. Experienced hikers, trained outdoorsmen, people who simply never come back. Some are found miles off trail, barefoot, clothes folded neatly beside rivers. Others are never found at all. Park rangers don't talk about it much, but locals do. They say there's something out there that watches, something that mimics. You might hear your friend calling your name, only to turn and find you're alone. They call it the Whistler. And if you ever hear it behind you, you don't run, because if you do, it follows you home. Not everything is ghost stories, though. Some parts are history. In the 1950s, a small mining town near Kentucky was buried overnight after a series of unexplained explosions. No one knows what caused it, but survivors said they smelled something sweet in the air before the blast. They called it the breath of the mountain. Geologists say it was methane. Old men in town say it was punishment. Either way, the town is still buried, and nothing grows there anymore. They say if you spend enough time in the Appalachians, the silence starts to sound alive. You begin to hear footsteps that match yours, whispers that sound like your own thoughts, and laughter, faint, soft, coming from the hollow of the trees. There's a saying passed down through the generations. The mountain keeps what it's owed. Some say it's a warning, others say it's a truth carved into the rock itself. And yet, people keep going back. Campers, hikers, explorers, chasing beauty, chasing danger. They think they're walking through wilderness. But maybe they're walking through something older, something that never forgot the blood, the fire, or the greed that first awoke it. They call these hills haunted. But maybe they're not haunted at all. Maybe they're just alive. You've been listening to The Hollow Hour. Some stories don't end in screams or blood. Some end in silence and roots that grow over what's been lost. So if you ever find yourself deep in the Appalachian woods and the air goes still and the forest starts to hum, just remember, it's not the wind, it's the mountain remembering your name.